I'm the one who has seen it, so if you have any questions, let me know.
Yeah, does he build a house in this one?
He does.
Sort of. Name Jack?
Kind of.
Wait, what the fuck?
What do you mean sort of and kind of? The name of the movie is The House That Jack Built.
Is his name Jack?
If the movie is not about a man named Jack building a house, I'm going to give it a 0.
That's the house.
Did a terrible job. The 4th floor is like bent.
I will tentatively divide my tale into 5 randomly chosen incidents.
This is a Wes Anderson horror film?
I don't know how pretentious it is, so maybe.
So I'm standing here holding this Jack.
Is that what built?
Is that where he gets the name?
No, he's just Jack.
Would you guys ever get in a car with a random guy?
She really pushed a bee in that car with that random guy.
Yeah.
He did not want to talk
He's
to
like,
him.
no, I can go get him for you. No, I want to come with you.
You might as well be a serial killer. I'm sorry, but you do kind of look like one.
That's insulting to Matt Dillon.
I can't tell if they're zooming in or if the camera's falling over.
What would I do to keep you from getting away with it?
Guys, I'm starting to think she's the Zodiac killer.
Jack like that could do quite a bit of damage, don't you think?
I'm not a medical examiner.
So I'm not a medical examiner. I'm not a mechanic. It's broken. He just does not fucking like this woman.
Would it be too much to ask for you to drive me back?
Yes.
I didn't want to drive you here.
The reason serial killers can roam around free in our country is that they have no connection.
So I'm not a serial killer, as far as
I'd kill this
concerned.
woman.
I would kill the shit out of this woman. She's so fucking annoying.
She even got him to do it.
I have more important things to be doing with my life. Messing around with this crap.
You're way too much of a wimp to murder anyone.
I like how what made him snap is the fact that she said he's too much of a wuss to kill somebody after he put up with being accused of being a serial killer.
He did the thing that she said she would do to stop him, was pick up the Jack, just beat you over the head with it, and then he did that to her.
And it kept cutting back to the Jack. Mm-hmm. Not Jack the guy.
You establish an idea,
It cut from
you
Jack to
reinforce the idea,
Yep.
you make the idea painfully obvious,
And
you
then
beat them over the head with the idea,
And then you beat her over the head with the idea.
and then you commit to the idea.
I like that painting. The guy has no neck. He's like 800 cheese pizzas.
In case you get hungry.
Is that what he builds the house out of?
What does he bludgeon this woman with?
It's Jack Black. It's a different Jack-related object.
Jacks.
He gets her to play Jackbox,
It's Jack's, the game where you throw them down and throw the ball up.
so he beats her with one of the jacks.
One of the Jacks.
He
Yeah,
throws
yeah.
her up and then picks up the Jacks and she lands flat on the ground.
If Jack were to put his dick in a box, it would both be Jack in the Box and a dick in the box.
He beats her at Mortal Kombat as the character Jax.
Who are you?
Police.
That's why I'm smiling.
I understand that you're fond of shopping at Carlson's supermarket.
He's the worst fake cop.
He's just naming things he sees. It's that classic trope.
He's literally like, I'm a cop, and then he smiled.
My badge? It's, at the silversmith.
She has to be a special kind of stupid to let him in.
Once again, she kind of deserves to die. You know The Good Liar with Sir Ian McKellen? This is the sequel, The Bad Liar.
You wait until they show you the proper...
Badge.
Shut the door and lock it.
When exactly was it that you lost your husband?
Just over 6 months ago.
Why is she answering him?
Considerable increase in your pension. I bet that I could double what you're currently receiving.
You could get me double my pension.
Why?
Her social
on
security
God's green
is
earth?
being... She has to put in her social security number over the phone.
This is literally a robocall in real life.
He pretended to be a different kind of robocall at the beginning
Awful.
than when he is now.
I'm an insurance agent, lady.
Open up, it's the police. Haha, just kidding, I'm an insurance agent.
Hi, Glenn.
Oh, that was in the movie.
Oh, I thought that was real too.
I was like, the fuck was that? That was good sound design. So far, he's killed a bitch and a really dumb woman.
Oh, no.
Stop being alive, please.
He took a brick and now he's doing it again.
What can I do to make this good again?
I'll double your pension, right?
I'll triple it.
Yeah, shut the windows now so no one can see you. Ma'am, you like tacky furniture, right? Well, I'm here to tell you.
I could triple your tacky furniture.
I cannot fathom why that woman let him into her house. I'm a police officer. Let me in.
I'm actually promoted police officer. Actually, I'm not a police officer. I'm
I'm an
helping you.
insurance salesman, haha. And I can double your pension. Pension has nothing to do with that. He knocked on the door, she opened it, and he went, your social security number has been compromised. As a result, we have shut off your social security number. You can reactivate your social security number by letting me in your house.
A murderer with OCD, and to top it off with cleaning compulsions.
There's no blood under there, Jack, I promise. Go, don't go back.
He had to make sure in case he thought the lamp and chair bled.
I'm getting back in my car the third time.
But what if there's a blood stain under her bed where I didn't even go?
Damn
See?
it, Jack.
This is actually really, really interesting, though.
And you see his face too, he's like, what the fuck? Like, there's no way. But he can't stop himself.
I want one of these times to actually be blood under the thing, and he's like, I was finally fucking right!
I knew it. I knew I left blood behind something I didn't touch.
The next scene's him unscrewing a light bulb and it starts pouring blood.
Oh my god, it's almost like a...
It's almost like I've been here for 3 hours. What if there's blood on the inside of the window?
Just leave, Jack.
What if the cop is full of blood? Oh no!
You put that chair down!
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, my guy.
Oh, they're not even looking there.
Perfect, now I have more time to go back and clean. Yes, take the body back out into the open.
He's the worst serial
He's
killer.
so suspicious.
He could not be any more suspicious if he were covered in blood.
Which he is.
No, he cleaned it.
Yeah, he cleaned it all up. Even the blood that wasn't there, he cleaned up.
You mind if I take a look in the van, please, sir?
I'd be a bad guy if I said no.
All right. Open door, please.
I'm a cop.
Just kidding, I'm an insurance salesman.
Yeah, I can double your pension, you know.
For all intents and purposes, he's pretty much got away with murder this time. And
Now's the perfect time to
check it again.
check the blood stain again.
This room is inspected impeccably with a magnifying glass, if you catch my drift.
That was a very forward statement. There wasn't a drift to catch. You hit him head on. How in the name of God's green earth is he getting away with this right now?
And it starts playing Fame by David Bowie?
I can double your pension.
This is the funniest fucking thing. This movie's great!
How does no one know this man's a serial killer? God had his back on that one.
Now, I don't consider myself a decidedly devoted man of faith.
Why would God help him, though, if he does believe?
God's like, all right, buddy.
Listen
They
here,
were worth
Chief.
it. They were both really annoying.
You're awful.
You put a lot of effort into this. I'm gonna give you this
You
one.
cleaned fat for like 5 hours. Bro, I wish it was just the bottom half of a body. Oh!
Verbal superiority.
Did you hear yourself trying to convince that woman? You have no verbal superiority. What emotion is he trying to convey there? Oh, what a banger cut!
Smash cut to fame.
I loved when the men from the village cut the meadows with their scythes.
It made me think I want to cut people like this, too.
That's a satisfying noise.
This is satisfying to watch.
Yeah, it is. 2 more hours of this, please.
Not the pizza!
Stop that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Well, I told him to stop it twice and he didn't listen. Do you think a third time will help?
I couldn't resist running that little old lady over. It made my already rather daring plan of bringing the first body back to the scene of the murder in order to take some more inspired photos a great deal more dangerous.
God damn it! Dude, this movie's fucking...
More David Bowie!
The thing is, he caused both of those problems. Yeah, guy was just a beard.
About the lamb and the tiger.
When they cut to him standing in front of the car holding a sign, it makes me think of Thomas the Tank Engine, because in between stories they used to transition by playing music and showing the trains with their nameplates in front of them in a very similar fashion.
No, it's the exact same thing. He's just introducing trains that are called sadness and anger.
Through the negative, you could see the real, inner, demonic quality of the light. The dark light.
Isn't that Batman movie?
No, that's Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark.
Oh.
The concept of family actually inspired one of my greatest works.
Yeah, baby.
More incidents!
More terrible job of killing.
Hey, he hasn't gotten caught yet.
That is a fact.
I strongly dispute he shouldn't have been caught.
I mean, the Zodiac Killer should have been caught, too.
This here's a shotgun.
It's what I'm gonna use to kill your mother.
You can touch it if you want.
Can I?
Haha, just kidding. Bam!
Yeah, you can touch just the bullets.
Fire.
That kid's ears would be destroyed.
Found yourself a family?
That's also how I like to see it.
I feel like he's gonna kill his family. I don't know, call me crazy. That's a fucking high-powered hunting rifle. That's meant for animals, not a human boy's leg. That's funny, that's showing the drumstick, the leg of the chicken.
Him cutting the leg of the baby duck off was foreshadowing that he'd blow the kid's leg off.
There you go. There's a lot of good shit like that.
I'm sorry I killed your kids.
But I'm really not, though.
George doesn't seem to have much of an appetite. Give the youngster a little piece of pie.
The youngster.
Jesus Christ.
They're being propped up. Oh my god.
One of them's face is missing, right?
An excellent day.
This might be the first movie where I've seen someone accurate with a gun.
What, are you gonna clean the grass now, Matt Dillon?
Using cinder blocks was totally wrong.
Jack.
Dude, the editing fucking slaps. I'm
Yeah, it
sorry.
does. It's creative. I like it.
I just keep expecting it now.
Mr. Complication would be more accurate.
Is that balsa wood? That is the best material.
It is, in fact.
Probably wouldn't have paved the cinder blocks after starting, though.
Nice reinforcement.
Seems like a step backward.
You're not wrong.
Yes, David Bowie!
It's the movie's theme song.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Honestly, when I first watched it, I had more mixed feelings on it. And now I'm liking it more the second time. Oh, baby! Fourth incident, let's go.
Yes.
You know I'd never leave you.
That's such a weird thing to hear from him. Because he's gonna keep her in a freezer forever.
I went down to St. James.
Guys, who sings this song?
Oh my god, I know this. It's a lounge lizard.
For the audience right now, one day we were playing Cranium, and I got that song, and both of you looked at me like, oh, damn. Because I got the person. It's Louis Armstrong. You guys guessed Lance, Neil, and Stretch. What if you said Stretch Armstrong?
That was probably me.
And I was like, what the fuck? You guys missed the one actual Armstrong.
An architect plays music if that's something that your limited brain can process.
He's almost as rude as the woman from the beginning.
You call that screaming?
This is screaming.
He's such a dick.
I like this movie because you see him really evolve from his first kill to this one. Like, in the first one, he's like, I don't really want to help you, and then he just whacks her in the face. This one, he's like, thinking it through and getting away from the cops. Mm-hmm. And a lot better than, I'm a cop. Just kidding. Haha, I'm a detective. Just kidding. Haha, I'm an insurance salesman.
Did he put a titty on the cop car?
Put the titty on the cop car.
Why are they always so stupid?
I agree.
All the women you kill strike me as seriously unintelligent.
I'm glad the movie's addressing it.
I've also killed men.
But you only talk about the stupid women. Unless you think all women are stupid.
Is that Darth Maul by the feet?
It happened no less than 3 more times.
3 more times?
Do you know how much, material he's wasted?
The Stuka was a dive bomber. They say that the pilots actually passed out for a brief moment during the actual dive.
The sound of a Stuka is very, very...
Iconic.
Yeah.
Notice the sound when the plane dives.
I'm glad they talked about it.
No one who heard it in action will ever forget that sound.
I remember that sound from Call of Duty, the first game. I won't even forget playing a fucking game with that sound in it. Yeah, the Germans loved psychological warfare.
Yeah, they did.
And literal warfare.
I like the metaphor here.
Yeah, I really like these talks. Just talking about life, you know?
But he's talking about it in the context of, architecture and art and icons.
It's great.
And it's, really, really...
Engaging.
Deep and interesting. Because you're relating it to all the shit he's done in the movie prior. God.
Jesus Christ.
He said, you'll always be with me. I will never leave you. What the fuck? Is he gonna assassinate all of them with that sniper rifle at the same time?
He's going for a pentakill.
German soldiers had large programs of execution, but were in short supply of ammunition. So they experimented with the execution of several individuals with just one single bullet. As a tribute to that ingenuity, I am going to conduct a small experiment of my own.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
It relates to exactly what he was just talking about with
World
Verge
War
as
II.
well. Yep.
God, that's going to be so loud.
Yeah, it is.
Reverberate off everything.
In an enclosed room.
He's not wearing earplugs. More like that house for the deaf that Jack built.
Oh, he's even more enclosed of a space when that gun goes off. Oh my god.
And there's nothing to absorb the sound like all the dead bodies.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna blow his own head off just by the sound.
This is how he gets caught. I'm pretty depressed. It was for an experiment. He's definitely gonna blow all these people's brains out first. but
His attention to detail did him in. Funny play on it, since usually a criminal's lack of attention to detail does it.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for you in here for 30 years.
I've been with you for a while, you just didn't notice me.
What? So he's a manifestation of Jack's insanity.
It's a way of looking at it. The movie does take a stance on who he is, but you can challenge that.
Wasn't Jack going to build a house?
Man, I didn't get very far.
that looks pretty decent.
It looks like a playground, dude.
It's not very structurally sound. It's just kind of sitting on the dirt. Guys, I think he's going to make the house out of people.
What makes you say that?
Is it because he's doing it? It's pretty fucking weird.
Oh, yeah.
I love
It goes
it.
full art house by the end.
I mean, is that a bad thing?
Is it? That's the title. It's right there.
It's more like the tent that Jack built.
Yeah. You definitely can't live there.
It's technically a house, I guess.
It's in a place you could consider a house, which is very cold.
What happened to all the dudes he was going to shoot? Did he shoot them?
Your house is a fine little house, Jack.
Is it?
No.
I really am intrigued about how this movie's gonna end.
There's some wonderful shots and cinematography coming up, too.
If this movie wants to make me feel uncomfortable and claustrophobic, it's succeeding. He's in hell?
I mean, if anybody deserves to be there.
So that conversation, or the movie, I guess, was the conversation they were having all the way here.
This little section of the movie has really nice shots in it.
Absolutely.
That is awesome.
There's one in particular coming up that I...
Oh my god, bodies on the wall are moving.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
So are they walking through hell? Am I understanding that correctly?
Is he Charon?
Sharon.
You want me guys to just tell you?
No.
No.
I want to figure it out.
Alright, but if we're correct, say yes.
What was your guess?
Charon, the
He's
gatekeeper to hell.
Yes.
The Greek gatekeeper to hell.
No, but you're not far.
Good.
That's it.
Yeah, we're definitely not far. So I'm guessing he really actually got shot in the freezer and died. And this is his probably journey to hell where he belongs.
I need some dozer over
it'll
there,
probably
by the
spark
way.
more discussion if I tell you what this is. In an allusion to Dante's Inferno, Verge is actually the poet Virgil and is guiding Jack through the circles of hell.
That's pretty sick.
So that, we're not that far off.
Yeah, you guys are pretty close.
That's actually a really good callback.
We don't have access here.
Congratulations, Jack. You killed so many people that you won your way into heaven.
It's
Good
gone
job.
so far down into hell that it's looped back around to heaven.
That's a really... beautiful.
Is Jack about to throw the one ring into the fires of Mount Doom?
It's kind of hot in here, don't you think?
Maybe you should take your robe off.
I just came from a freezer, so this is like a bit of a shock to me.
You know, it'd be really funny if you try to kill Virgil.
Huh.
It's like, okay, fuck you.
Plot twist.
One more.
I'm alive again.
Where does that path lead?
Out of hell and up.
Isn't it possible to climb all the way around?
You'd be better off jumping.
I'll take my chance.
He always does.
I'll take my chance of going to heaven. Yeah, alright, Jack. You know God's gonna look at you and go, throw you back down, right?
Bye, Jack.
Bye, Virgin. Ha! Got you one more time. I'm so evil.
Virgil, like, throws a rock at him, he falls down.
I kind of hope he makes it. I want to see what happens if he does. It'd be way funnier to watch him talk to God. Jack, architect, wine expert, rock climber.
Imagine all his victims showing up in heaven, and then he shows up. They're like, sorry, he climbed across the gorge. He's allowed in.
Bro, what the fuck? This guy serial killed me. I'm panicking for him right now. Mostly because I hate heights and falling into the depths of hell sound terrifying.
I think it's supposed to be a bottomless pit, too, so he'd be falling forever.
Someone made a One Ring joke already?
Yep.
Alright, good. Just double checking.
This is, like, nauseating.
I'm terrified.
Yeah!
Oh, it's
that's...
Yes!
Yeah, that's good shit.
There you go.
And he comes back up.
He flies back.
Good. Matt Dillon.
It's not fame.
I like the
Hey,
ending
it's
credit
hit the
music.
road, Jack! That's so funny.
That's so good.
Well, that's a pun. That's awesome. Alright, out of 10, guys.
Ian, don't go first. I'm between an 8 and a 9. This was really good. It really picks up after the first hour, I would say. Around the third or the fourth incident is when it really picks up. At first, I thought it was going to be like a weird comedy about the serial killer who's really bad at serial killing.
You know, it really kind of is a dark comedy about that.
Yeah, that's
It
very
is.
true.
It's so
Because some
funny
of it's like uncomfortably funny.
It's not that like he's bad at it. He's so meticulous that it's his downfall.
Like
Yeah.
the second pit when he keeps going back in to clean the blood. It's
That is-
really fucked up, but it's funny.
It is funny, but only because of how like meticulous he's been with everything. He's like, oh wow, he actually got to kill her, and he goes in for 3 hours, and it's like, oh my god.
And
But-
he drags the body back to his.
I like how it shows his character flaws in that moment. Though, yes, it is funny, but also you realize who he is as a person in that moment. I think that's very, very strong.
Yes.
And
I
when he
agree.
talks to like the cop right afterwards, you see him actually trying. You know that he's so bad at this kind of stuff that you don't know if he's going to succeed or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was always that reasonable doubt in my head of like, he's probably gonna fuck this up for himself, and it ended up being that way later on. But that was very, very.
I even appreciate the weird ending.
Yeah, I love the weird ending.
You know what's so funny? Because I'm going second, because it's your
Yeah.
pick, even though I'm the one here who's seen it. When I first watched this, I gave it like a mixed review. I had a lot of mixed feelings on it. I thought that it really could be cut down. There's a lot of like shit where he's just explaining stuff that wasn't relevant. Rewatching, I don't think I feel the same way. I think that it's all the stuff where he's just expositing about, you know, arcways and just lights and stuff. I think that ties directly into the movie.
Yeah.
It's just
100%.
it requires the kind of like I don't want to say second viewing because
A thorough watching.
thorough in-depth watching of like seeing how everything
You need
connects
to
in
be
the
really
end.
engaged.
Really engage
Yeah.
and pick up on everything. And honestly, if I didn't already know the Virgil thing, that ending really confuses. You know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
get that it's hell, but like other than that, like why are things happening? What is going on? So now that I know that, rewatching the movie, knowing all this ahead of time, I think it works even better. I
So
think
out of
it's
10?
out of 10. I still don't super love it, so I'm probably gonna give it an 8.
I think I'm gonna give it an 8 too, because I reserved 9 out of 10 for like
Bangers.
the big dogs. Like, these are movies I recommend to people if they want to talk about movies. I don't know if this movie's for everyone.
It's definitely not. It's actually for not
Not
a lot of people.
Do you remember the box office?
Do you remember the actual critical reviews?
Yeah, exactly. It got mixed reception.
Mixed reviews.
Yeah.
Kind of like me at first.
All right, so Ian.
Ian, what do you think?
This might be one of my favorite movies I've ever seen.
Wow.
I
okay.
loved it.
Okay.
I loved it. I really liked the psychoanalysis of this sociopath serial killer man. 10. I had a
Holy
banger of a
shit.
time
Okay.
watching this.
Wow. Okay.
Like, it's very, very... It is a little bit like, you do have to do a lot of analysis, but I like that in a movie where I have to think about it for hours on end to like, fully soak in and digest it. That's what I like. I like lore. I like deeply analyzing. I love when they took a break in the movie to just talk about random shit. And at first I was like, oh, why are they doing that? And then as I listened more and more and got more in depth with it, I'm like analyzing the things that he did with the stuff that he's talking about. And I'm like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Definitely sparks discussion.
I love it. Mud says, I wouldn't recommend this to everybody. I recommend this to literally every human being.
I would not.
Wow.
Because it's weird and fucky, and I know a lot of people who like weird fucky things. But I thought it was incredibly well acted too. Oh,
Yeah.
Matt Dillon did a slapper of a job.
Honestly, you know what's really funny now that you've said that this is like a total banger and you're 10 out of 10?
100%.
This director, from what I hear, this is his lightest movie. Everything prior to this point is darker and more fucked up. And this is like the kind of dark comedy that he's made after all these years. I want to watch more from Lars von Trier.
Yeah, it was very weird. And with the political commentary in it and stuff. Not the political, the religious commentary. There you go.
There was political and religious commentary.
Yes, I loved it. It wasn't too much until the end when it completely dives into the religious factor. But I thought that was very, very well handled. Everything in this movie is incredibly well handled, I feel.
This is the art takedown I was expecting from Velvet Buzzsaw.
Yeah. I saw the trailer for Velvet Buzzsaw. I thought it was going to be something like this.
Yeah.
And this is
what I expected from Velvet Buzzsaw.
this is the banger.
This is not what I expected out of this movie, and I'm happily... Because you've told me a little bit about the movie and
You've
stuff.
pitched this movie to us before.
I have.
You've explained to us the general premise. It's about this guy named Jack who kills people to build a house.
But I'm oversimplifying it.
You are
to the
extremely
nth degree.
oversimplifying it.
Nth degree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nth degree oversimplification.
Like, I was waiting for, like, him to be, like, walking through an archway made of people.
Yeah.
You know?
He did at one point, but it was not the archway you were expecting, probably.
Yeah, no.
I expected that house that he was building out of concrete to be made of body.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he never actually finished his house.
No.
Very depressing.
I think he did, kind of, in a spiritual sense.
That's true.
Spiritually, he finished it, but
I
literally,
mean,
no.
yeah, in the real world, he probably finished the house and got shot by that cop.
Yeah.
That's my headcanon.
Yep.
And then everything that happens after that is like a fever dream as he descends to hell.
He was so hell-bent on getting that damn bullet and going through this entire process that he didn't even care that he was being caught. He just wanted it to happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he didn't even end up happening. I'm pretty sure all 5 of those guys lived.
His character flaw that was established so early on was the undoing. It was fantastic. That's so good. It's a nice little sandwich. Hey, Mud, what's your movie?
So, Ian, it's funny that you flubbed and said Matt Damon when you meant Matt Dillon.
Oh, no.
It does also star quality content legend Emily Blunt.
Okay.
We will be watching The Adjustment Bureau.
Okay.
What's the premise?
All of humanity is being controlled by this group of individuals. I can't say people because they're kind of godlike, called the Adjustment Bureau. And everyone has a plan, and his plan is not going in a direction he wants it to go in. So he's trying to get his own plan rewritten, basically.
The only thing I know about this movie is that I know the poster was very similar to one of the Bourne movies, all the Bourne movies.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, it's just a knockoff. I never really thought about it.
I saw it once. I thought it was pretty interesting. I like the premise. It is in my trinity of early 2010 thrillers that all came out in 2011. It's The Adjustment Bureau, Source Code, and Limitless.
Limitless is a banger.
I love the other 2 of those.
Yes, I agree. I love the other 2 of those, and I also like The Adjustment Bureau. It's probably the weakest of the 3, but they're like my holy trifecta of 2010's thriller movies.
Well, I'm always on the lookout for more Emily Blunt movies. I'm not
Hell yeah.
necessarily on the lookout for more Matt Damon movies.